What is up, everybody? This is Brad, and welcome to my driveway. But right now we're prepping some wood. What I got here is some old fence planks, and this wood can be used again. Most people see this and they throw it out. I'm gonna take you through what I do. Other people may do things different, but this is what I do to get it to where it is salvageable and reusable. By the way, you can find this stuff for free everywhere. This, old furniture, pallets. There's all kinds of wooden things people are throwing away. But first, we gotta start by getting the nails out. Let's do that. Alright guys, the first thing you're gonna need, a pair of leather gloves or mechanics gloves, some kind of gloves, because you got lots of splinters, nails, lots of stuff you're working with. Next thing, a hammer. Of course, doesn't have to be nothing fancy. I think this is a Walmart hammer, maybe. Actually, I don't even know. A nail bar comes in handy, mainly with pallets and stuff. I'm not going to use it as much for these fence boards. And then a punch. If you get a board and the head snaps off, or something else, a nice little punch will drive that nail through. And then also a bucket to get all your nails. I've done this a few times. Alright, let me go get a board. Alright, so put the board on your surface, and as you can see here, this first nail is fairly crooked. So you can bend them back by hand lots of times with their little nails. And then tap it back through. You don't have to kill it, guys. You just have to barely tap it. Is that in? This one's already straight. And there's a plane going by. That's actually a crop duster. Yep, I live in the country. And they're a little stubborn usually, but once you get them going, they slide right out. And normally I'm working off the end of the pallet, but since I'm trying to film this, I'm working in the middle, which is a little more awkward. There you go. Once you got the nails beat out as far as you can, come back with your hammer, pry them out, put them in your bucket. Nicely bent one. So we got this one all the way laid over. What I like to do is slip my hammer under there. Hopefully you can see that. Bend it up just a hair and straighten it. You can also use that technique for the ones that make like an S, and it works pretty good. Uh-oh. See? Whenever you're bending it like that, it does weaken the nail, just like bending a piece of wire back and forth, back and forth. So I'm kind of glad that happened, because this is my last board and last nail. So we'll get our handy dandy punch out. We'll give it a few more whacks. And it should give us enough of the head. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. That's it, guys. It's really a pretty simple process. It can get a little more complicated with pallets. Maybe we'll do a video on that another time. But that's breaking them down, fence boards. Now let's saw them. See what we get. It's always fun. It's exciting. because you never really know what's underneath this board. Alright guys, so now what I want to do when I'm resawing is I want to get a straight edge on that board. Now, I don't have a joiner, so I made this. And what this does is, this is a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, and this is just a normal stud 2x4. And this is the factory edge of the plywood. Now, I know that coming from the factory, that edge is dead straight. These are all cattywampus. So, 2x4 is just basically for support. This is my straight edge. Because if I run a board that's leaning in and out against my fence, it's just going to do a mirror image on the saw blade. So once I can get a straight edge, no matter if that straight edge is this way or a little bit off this way, but basically this is going to give me a straight line. And then I'm going to flip the board and run it down the other side, and it'll give me another straight line. I'll show you, I'll run 2 or 3 boards through this way because I'm running the whole stack, because I don't want to have to move my fence. So I'm going to run the whole stack like this to get a straight edge. Then I'm going to tap my fence into the proper distance I decide I want. Run my whole stack the other way. Then I'm going to flip my board and run them on the faces, basically just to clean up this old wood look. Alright guys, I had to stop. My wife came home with the kids, so I had to go do the dad thing for a little while, play with them for a couple hours, and then put them to bed. So now is when I do my work. It's at night, so I hope this video turns out okay. We got a straight edge on all of our boards. So now I got my saw set up to run. The new edge that I just cut is going to run against the fence now, and that should straighten up the other side. We went ahead and got both of the sides cut. So now I have a fairly straight board, way straighter than it was. And now I want to get the cup. Unless you have a thickness planer, if you have a thickness planer, now's the time to use it. But if you're like me and don't have one, you're going to take that cup somewhat out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cup, the end that is cupped, and put it against here. Now if you have a board that's thicker than this, you might need to clamp a straight board against your fence, because basically I want that cup to hold steady. If you put it on the side that has the bow, then when you're riding against your fence, your board will kind of go like that. So this isn't going to get it perfectly flat, but it's going to get it as flat as I can get it without having a thickness planer. And guys, I warn you, this is a dangerous cut. It's not fun to do. Alright guys, so that does it. Now, to me, those are pretty damn tight joints for not having a joiner. And I just threw these up here. I didn't try to align the grains or match the grains or anything like that. I mean, jeez. Not to pat myself on the back, but I did a damn good job. These boards in the middle, right here, that's what I started with basically. And that's what they finished with. I like to, on these thinner boards, I think it's always a good idea to leave one side rustic, one side cleaned up. At least until you know for sure what you're using it for. Because then you got options. But that's all guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. This is what I do a lot of because I like to use reclaimed lumber and it's a pain in the butt. I mean, it makes a complete mess, but to me I think it's worth it because for one, these boards are free. So if I make something and sell it, other than, you know, a blade for a table saw, some screws, 100% profit. So, y'all got any questions, man, feel free to hit me up in the comments or email me, bradsworkbench233@gmail.com. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Also, there's not a link to this one, but I am an Amazon affiliate now. All proceeds that I get through the Amazon affiliation will go directly back in this channel. Maybe get an actual camera instead of using this phone. And mic, all that good stuff. I just want to try to make even better videos, but I am limited by the funds I have coming in. I'm not a rich man, and I got a family to feed. So even though I love y'all, y'all come second. Alright guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go find a page with an affiliate link, go buy something because you're going to buy it anyways, give me 5%. Till next time guys, peace!